It's my life, it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever.
So I loved the book and I kept screaming out all day long, this is my story you're telling. Um,
That's
before we start, can you tell us really what My Life in Letters is about?
it is about me, and I hate to say it like that, but it is a collection of letters to the thoughts, feelings, emotions, and events that I've experienced in life.
Mhm.
So versus a regular memoir where it's more of a story, I went directly to the source of, I don't want to say the source of the pain, but the source of the situation. So um yeah, it tells of my journey of growing up in a small town to coming out to dealing with all of the other fun stuff that life throws out at you.
So it's real or it's fiction.
No, it's real.
It's
It's
absolutely real. I've got
yep.
to go back and reread it now.
Yeah, all of those situations in the book happened. So it's some of it was very personal and
I think every gay man can relate to it. I mean, the only thing I fall out with you on is I found about Santa Claus wasn't real much before you did. But it's so I know you took a hiatus from writing for some years. What made you come back to it again and kicking it off with this book?
what started it again, had just moved to Reno, so I was bored and I was finally done with the whole dark cloud of depression and things. I'm like, I need something to do.
Yeah.
So I had started cooking during the pandemic. So I actually started working on a cookbook and I was scrolling through all of my past writings and stuff. And I found the file that contained this. I'm all, let's look at this and let's start with this. And I'm like, oh, this is way more exciting. So that's what brought me back to writing.
So it was there over time, or did you rewrite it now for the book?
Um, the Santa Claus part I did right now for the book,
Yeah.
obviously, but the skeleton was already there, and then all I did was just add my own personal stories to it. So it's a lot of memory recall.
Of course. Was it good therapy for you, or are you meaning it therapy for us?
Both. Actually, it was great therapy for me, and I did get a lot of stuff out, and there was a lot of tears in writing this thing, and a lot of, oh my gosh, this happened to me, and like, wow, it was a lot of release. But if other people can get, their own therapy from it too, then that's great.
And have your family read it?
Yes, my mother read it, my cousins read it, and it's
When you read the book, you'll understand why I asked that question in particular. Um, have you had much feedback from other gay men? Because I said to you, I thought it was my story, and other people must have said that to you too.
yes. A few friends that I have read it, and they're just like, I can totally relate to what you wrote.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
like, I went through the same thing. I thought I was the only person who was having these feelings. And the whole coming out story, they all said like they could relate to that part of it because it was we come from that generation where you had to keep those feelings quiet. So they're, just that it was really nice to see that other people went through that too. And that's what they were able to relate to.
Yeah. So I think the coming out part, few of us actually talk to our colleagues, our friends, our peers about it until much later. And if you're as old as me, you can't find many older people of out and around that can be guides for you too. Um,
Yeah.
but you had a funny guide. I was told at the very beginning you were obsessed with Carrie Bradshaw. Was this the writing? Was this the writing or just for shoes?
Both. I do have a great shoe collection
You do see.
as well.
Yeah.
I will admit, I do have a tendency to go in and go shoe shopping, and I like will have to get the pumps
Yeah.
that I have worn occasionally. But yes, Carrie Bradshaw is I'm a big fan of hers. So,
Is that would you like to be considered like a gay Carrie Bradshaw?
oh, honestly, yeah, if, that's Those are huge shoes to fill, both
Yeah.
literally and otherwise. But yeah, if I could like write in the same vein and do this, be able
Huge
to
shoes to
finish the
feel.
torch.
I wonder if
Yeah.
Matthew Roderick has tried to get into them sometimes. Um, but you've moved around. And when you lived in San Francisco, you're not only writing plays, but you co-founded a theater, which I would have thought was a dream job for a writer. So why give it up to move south?
Well, actually, it wasn't by choice that I gave it up. Um, I unfortunately took the wrong job in San Francisco that went downhill.
No.
So I actually had to look outside of San Francisco for a job, which I got it in Seattle. So that's basically what took me away
Hmm.
from the theater company. And then I was on the board for a while afterwards, and then finally I'm like, the distance was too
Yeah.
much to actually be on hand. So I like unfortunately had to walk away from them. But they're still in existence and still doing some great shows.
So where are you now?
I'm presently in New Orleans.
New Orleans. Where's plenty of scope for theatre there? The whole streets of theatre.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's very, very theatrical down here.
Is it nice for a gay person to live there? I've been on vacation, but never nothing else.
As long as you're in New Orleans proper, yes, just because it's a city where anything goes. But the minute you get out to the suburbs and outside of New Orleans, it's a little
Okay.
bit more on the be very wary of your surroundings.
So, is there a second book in you? And if so, are you writing it for the sake of a second book, or are you going to tell us what's happened after the first book?
Hmm. I actually just found a bunch of old writings this weekend, which will kind of create the second book. Um, and I thought about doing it from the, same perspective of letter writing, but it's going to be more of a personal, in-depth, you know, the whole realization of I was being gay, the whole coming out, a little bit more on those lines.
Hmm. So, do you think it's because you're now south that Cupid hasn't caught up with you where you are yet?
As I say in the book, he's probably lost track of where I live because I have moved around so much.
You're, you've got to make it easy these days, you know?
Yes, no.
Should we turn this interview into sort of an advert for your dating site for you?
Well, there's a good section in the book that actually does talk about the type of man I like. So, I'd say buy the book and
So
research it.
you haven't had any responses. Oh, this is me from the book since the book's been out.
Yeah, nope, not yet.
It's-
So, hopefully.
Okay, well, I have to tell you, it made my day reading the book. It was a great. It's I think we're not identical, but I think it's a way to find out, even at this age, that someone else thought like you, went for the same issues as you, and that is the thing we don't talk about enough.
Yeah, it's because we don't generally talk about our
No.
feelings or growing up or what we've been through, which is kind of why I wanted to talk about that stuff in the book, is we do have these feelings. We do fight depression. We do have those ups and downs, and people don't talk about it, but we all do have the same, issues with self-doubt. And so hopefully it begins a dialogue
Yeah,
with people.
and hopefully this has helped you get deal with that at last.
Yes. Writing the book, there was a lot of self-doubt. Should I do this? Should I say all of this stuff? And then once it came out and the positive feedback I've gotten, it's like, wow, I actually can do this.
Yeah, you
So
can.
it did boost the confidence of, I did the book. Yay, people like it.
Glad we met. I'm glad we did it. And good luck. And I want to know when the second book comes out and
Okay,
what
I'll
else there is to find out.
there's stuff hidden still.
But it's just about you. There's none of your friends' secrets coming out.
No, no, I'm gonna leave them have their stories off to the side.
Very great to talk to you. Thank you for spending time with me today.
It's my life.